It's narrative. Yeah. What do you say about Vegas? No, what you say? What in terms of what you might say about Bunty?
Yeah, the thing where you said, oh, when we not talk about Vegas again,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's it.
No, cause you said the thing with Vegas. Look a while. Just a second.
Yeah, like when the green I saw thing, what man said, when called Bounty, this is when them call it
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
five,
The B
five
word and
star
all these
bitch,
things. Yeah.
and they start calling 5-star bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
So in my response, I'm gonna take it to that grain of salt, man. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but the reason why I'm bring up a grain of salt because I name the next this second thing, and I ask you for rehash that.
okay.
You weren't saying something new about Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I said, Vegas said the same thing. Like, he said, like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but yeah, it's like, because everyone I talk about dancehall, this and dancehall,
Yeah.
watch that dancehall, I get a fight, and
Yeah, yeah.
dancehall now go on with nothing at the
Yeah.
industry.
It's
You know what I
ridiculous
mean?
to
Like,
me. Yeah, yeah.
every man I kind of, right, you want to talk about dancehall, kind of, I take a hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Vegas, I say, yo, like, listen to when I sing about like gun tune them and thing, and nobody don't want to hear that.
Naturally, nobody don't want to hear. It's not even a fight
Nothing
thing.
like that.
It's not even a thing where nobody a fight your
Might
pan.
have been related into the dub plates, but I got it what I say.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what
Anytime somebody make a dancehall style song where them can listen, it becomes a hit.
I mean?
Like you can't again. You cannot watch Ellie them and Sean Paul and all these things. There was a scene. There was a link. There was like producers and writers and artists all linking together. Nobody now link in Jamaica right now. Everybody have them own a little laptop and them own a set of bad man and them
Right.
nobody now link. No, you not get no juggling like
Right.
like because nobody now advice man because of that. Yes, I mean not advice if that
No,
the
on
man.
my rhythm.
Yeah, yeah. So no.
But it's a rhythm never kind of man them.
Yeah, and you don't realize that that's what make you're stopping your own money, like you're stopping the whole system of dancehall. And I wonder why the numbers them not there. The whole system, when I mash up the system, bro, that build up for you make money.
A new system is gonna arise. Like what's that? I feel it's like the transition of phase right now.
New system, new music, but
It's searching for a
try,
sound. It's searching.
yeah, that's fine. But keep the system, the infrastructure, the little infrastructure that did work, that was working.
The system, yeah.
That system, like you understand me, like not
Keep
just
the system that did work.
right. Ah, okay. And build on the stuff that did work. Don't just throw away
That
the.
was a strength. I think that was a strength.
Okay, for years, like we survive off our own economy globally. We don't even like for decades. Like we just go to eat our dances and consume our music and
Juggling kept dances going, juggling kept
exactly,
artists alive.
exactly.
Juggling kept sounds alive.
It's exciting. It's exciting.
Like juggling is the culture. Like
That's why I always say. That's why I always say that reggae and that reggae dancehall or dancehall reggae is a jazz music. It's infrastructurally in that, right? And traditionally in that, like juggling is soloing.
right.
It's the same rhythm, and then every artist gets to
Right.
express themselves basically solo on that rhythm, on that idea, that musical idea. So
Like the rhythm for that.
correct. Correct. So we could keep the groove going. Dance hall, it's a dance based music. And so we could keep the groove going and everybody gets to express themselves. So we can go through many iterations of the same musical idea and enjoy it.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And so there's a tradition to it, there's a reason for it, there's a function, I could even trace it back to jazz, like in a very professorial way. Like I could really break it down and show you the actual history of Jamaican music and how it was born out of jazz and why juggling is to this day is a jazz tradition. And when you destroy that, you destroy the economy of the music.
And you take down the foundation, the house gonna come down.
Period. Me no care how you want paint it. Me no care how you want that can go on. You can put in new electrical system. You not tear down or burn down the house and wonder why you're not in a place to live, bro.
If you damage the foundation, man, you're gonna cause damage and the big damage in the house.
Yeah, it can't live. You can't live there again.
So
The place mash up.
I know it's a transition, just like how anything like Bible or anything when Israel go through captivity. And
All them something that I want to you, man. Place mash up.
part of it.
Yeah, a real thing, you understand? Sometimes you don't work out, man. You understand, man? Come on, man, did I work all feet not up, man? It's still up, man, I'm to you.
Forces, like
Yeah. Yeah.
I never want that, like what did that like?
Alright. I bet you say you can trace back a certain surge in the music and all these things. Two, the diaspora and how well the diaspora is doing and how much opportunities does the diaspora have, because the diaspora fuels a lot of the things that happen in Jamaica. So if you have a lot of drug dealers who do well in a foreign, the music and Jamaica go prosper.
Yeah.
If man I do, you understand, man I say, well, if them are,
True.
if them a clamp down pan we in a foreign, our thing I go stifle in a Jamaica.
True.
We are gonna have less equipment, less money flowing, less motivation, less people in a foreign, in a diaspora come and dance, less consumption, so on and so forth. So there's many factors that go into
Yeah.
why so-called dancehall music prosper.
England too. So anything we're going in England.
Then that me I try to show you, say, man, this is a global something where we are working.
England is an next center. It's a big center.
Yeah. So if we not do well, like look, them just kill something there.
England, New York, and Toronto.
Yeah.
Big centers.
Yeah. And every you supposed to can know them something there. Miami. You see me?
Yeah, I mean, a big centers.
Yeah.
It's a, it's a transitional thing.
Yeah. And
It's not versatile time. So
even the content that everyone loves to complain about. Too bad, guys. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. We have to understand what our music is. Our music is not just.
Time when there was even time when we didn't even like what was going on.
Period.
As a youth, like we didn't like the flower con.
Late 80s, early 90s was the worst for us, and that even helped.
Like the flower con and the Daddy Lizard.
That even propelled us into artistry because of that. So there's lots of stuff. There's lots of
We
stuff.
didn't like that liquor era. Like we didn't like what was happening. Like, you know what I mean? So them things they are gonna go on. Like there's gonna be periods. Like even when Slang Thing came out, that was a big revolution.
Yeah, 85, and it was
things were stagnating before that. Like
exactly.
They just stagnated. And that, like electrified and rejuvenated.
Yep.
And built up the dancehall.
Yep.
In the coming of that rhythm.
And
so,
that slang thing, and that style that was developed or came out of that vibe right there, and that period end up doing books where end up make, because if you're listening, is the said style, and that like, and it you wouldn't you agree that books is a computer,
right.
is like a computer rhythm, that takes after slang thing, like,
right.
and books is what, 86,
Yeah, about that 85, 86.
right? So that when that style came in, that's what that's. And here's the thing. Who did books? I'll tell you who did books.
Oh yeah, you told her, you, the living room, right?
Sidney Miller. So that was done in New York.
Yeah.
You understand me? So we have to understand like what's going on, and it's not just Jamaica that run the cut in terms of
Yeah.
being the epicenter of what's going on.
New York was
Like
doing
when
it.
Whitty them was here, it
Yeah,
was
doing
it was a whole different ball game. Like if the same Johnny Ringo and them youth there, a New Yorker, them youth there,
Yeah,
like those records were done here.
yeah. No, this was a big center.
Okay, like when Little John them was big and all that, they lived in New York.
Just like at a point, like when I said maybe late 70s,
Right.
early 80s, where England was a big center.
Exactly.
Enough tune was being manufactured.
Exactly. The Lovers Rock, like the Lovers Rock era,
Right.
like the Lovers Rock, because that's where England, like that whole Lovers Rock vibe, that was an England vibe.
Right. So, you know what I mean? Them get it.
That's
Them get it.
and that's
New York was a big center in the 80s.
Listen, man.
You know, big artists come out.
if you never live in New York, you was not a successful DJ in the 70s.
Shaggy come out of New York. Shaggy bust out of New York.
That's correct.
So,
Red Fox bust out of New York.
out of New York. Enough,
You
man.
name them.
Enough you. Bust
Trevor
out of
Sparks
New York.
bust out of New York. You name them.
Enough you. Enough you. You know, Willow Wilson. Enough you bust out of
There's
New York.
people who I worked with. There's people who I've been in studio with. There's people who we grow with, like physically, like so. I know these things, like so.
There was a point where New York artists was busting the Jamaica chart.
Yeah, it was the bigger was the bigger crop. Like it was the big.
Yeah,
It was the more.
New York artists
I
was
remember the
busting
early 2000s is when the late 90s, early 2000s is when the power started to shift back to Jamaica. I remember when
like
it was
80s, like New York was like the center.
absolutely. It's the late 90s, early 2000s when the power center started to shift back to Jamaica, where you had to be in Jamaica to like get a hit. Like it wasn't no Steve Austin and all that shit. Like what was going on, like with the World Enterprise and the superpower and
Had to come to superpower. Like,
yeah, like you had to come to New York to be in the music. The music business was in New York. That's a fact. You understand? In the 80s, 70s, 80s. Like that's when Randy Chin them moved from Jamaica to New York. That's when you understand Sir Coxon moved. That migrated. So there's reasons for it. It's not just magic. It's not magic. It's because the people that were running the industry came here. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
You understand me? So
Yeah.
and Chin Randy's became VP
EP, yeah.
and so on and so forth, right? So that's all it is. Like it's a thing. It's real people. It's not magic. You understand me? And we have to understand that. But like that New York move, like even the Cat having a crossover hit, that was like one of the first big crossover hits for dance hall, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Which was books, like everybody knew books in New York. You could have anything. You could have Lithuanian. You know that song.
Yeah, Supercat was definitely a big crossover artist.
You understand me? And
Shabba definitely.
yeah,
came.
then Shabba came and there were other things. Of course, the Daddy Freddie record like was a big
Yeah.
cultural moment.
But culturally, just Jamaicans had made their imprint on New York. So
Yes.
like,
For decades, like
I could see it. Like just for example, being out here and seeing like Detroit,
right,
I could see the huge difference.
of
like,
course,
You know what I mean? Of the Jamaican cultural imprint
Right.
in New York.
or lack thereof
I
there.
could see
Yes,
it.
yeah.
I
So
could see it.
there's no cachet. There's no cultural cachet to leverage there. There's no diaspora to speak of, right?
And it's
So
interesting. It's very interesting seeing the music scene and how it like in terms of like reggae and dancehall and just seeing the scene out here is just very interesting. You know, it's very interesting. We actually it's been to a show at the out to Island Park, but
Mm.
just it's interesting because without the cultural background, like
Yeah,
so now we just start
it's kind of
music
vapid.
like that.
It gets vapid, folks. Like it gets weird. It's like the so-called reggae scene in California. It's very hippie
Yeah,
and very weird and very cringy.
without the cultural
Yeah,
background,
Then it's just like
it,
what? Like what's happening? It's not recognizable. It's
it's like it's a weird thing because
yep.
even like the music, I be trying to like when the music I work with a band thing like some you like some older you like come in and like them have some Gitsy will come in sometime and work and some older youth and not I try to show them say yeah, yo like right now it's not like you don't just like yo reggae like let me just play like a skank like
Yeah.
like I try to show them say yo it's not that right now.
There's things have happened. Like there's a history and a trajectory to the music. You don't just start
Like
playing.
guys feel like you just play a skank like you just go
Right. Right.
like they really think that, you know what I mean? And I try to show them so like, yo, on a dot right now,
Or ever.
like yeah, the skank is always gonna be a part of reggae. There's always gonna be a place for it, but the thing if
Yeah, in the dumpster. No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
like man them not, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
yo, real thing like that deal is like a real thing that tell you that like the man them just like start play a skank like
It's ridiculous.
immediately. Like, just like,
Yeah. What about a phrase? Like, what about like? Can you like play like real rock? Something like don't.
yo man, tell you like the man that like, you all have 2 man to play a scam like
Yo.
it's like yo guys like
There are pieces into the like. If he's gonna play that, then you gotta play a. Oh boy. Are you just gonna double him? You just.
listen if he's playing the scam maybe you should play something else.
How about a pick? You want to pick? You want to pick out a melody, or are you just gonna double him?
So you're gonna shadow him?
So you're just gonna okay.
Like yo
Okay. So you're doing what he's doing. So
yo man talk about some real struggles like
you think me don't know, but that's what me I try to show man for a long time. You know, you can't follow them man, you know, because the fight you go fight with them. I bet you come fight with me. As bad as me is.
yo man
As bad as me is, I bet you come do what we have to do before we hold and dead.
no man I have to do it
God, trust me.
Then the man said yo when I feel like when I feel do better man
You have to learn the music. It takes years to know that you're not supposed to do that.
yo, some man done do it music, like, yo, it's just wild, like, I was dealing with this kid scene, man, I like, man,
Them just like a time, they would go Jamaica one time and them just like it, and that moment, whenever they went, that's the music forever. But I'm sorry, but
no, like, man, I tried to tell her you to play something, I couldn't play it, like, I was amazed by that.
yep, it's not. It seems natural to you, like it's not natural, bro. Like, and this is the thing, like that's the thing that'd be funny to me, like even like I hate to do it, but even like you like me, like man used to me, and like so it coming like everybody's supposed to could do like what I could do, or like I'll even use you like then. I'll use that. I will use that. Like let's say me, you know, like yeah, me and you work and everything, and like so like me and you left or whatever we talk work. All right. That no means that we can't just go for you like and him just can't do everything where you can do. Like
No,
as bad as you is, as good as you is, whatever it is, it's something. It's an actual thing. It's not just whatever. And you just
person, man, like, and then, like, you have a certain cultural imprint, like,
right.
everything, you gotta know, like, just culture, like,
I don't know why other people's cultures are hilarious, but
Yeah, I mean,
Bro,
from a
like-
different culture.
That's a fact.
So
I know
I
what to
gotta
tell you.
understand these things, man.
mm,
And not everybody can do everything.
Right, everybody don't know everything. Like you're not gonna know everything, bro.
Some different background.
Yeah, you know your thing.
It's just like language, like certain things you just said, like
Yeah.
just like what Beanie Man said, contam, like
Mm.
in culture, like they're really used to them kind of thing. That
Yeah. If you go jumble up your mouth, like if you say certain
right.
thing.
That's why man usually switch up name with a different country. Like,
Yeah.
Like historically, certain man name change up, like in a certain thing.
Kind of sound right way which part you gonna know. You have to
For
go.
them place, them that say that.
Yeah, you have to
That's
blame in that them can't get used to your thing.
Them say your thing a certain way because them that say that.
Yeah, a people place it ain't, brother. Like so, me no know if you want to go against the thing or you want
Jamaican that say competent.
competent. Like yeah, it's not like making a P come after a M is ridiculous.
Making the T come after the T, a competent like that.
A M, a P, and a T is it's inexcusable. Inexcusable. Like it's literally sacrilege. It's literally you're dissing us at this point. Like you're like having a word like that is a diss to us.
No,
Like we
sir,
don't
we don't do that.
like we don't like to say that. Like we don't like that.
We don't fix up our mouth like
Like,
that. Like,
Competent, like saying things like that is absolutely inexcusable. Like,
how about contact?
yeah, can we? Nobody?
How about contact? Like while we're doing this thing, I'm gonna say contact. All right.
Everybody good?
All right. Okay. Good,
Settled?
Good.
Settled?
I mean,
None the wiser. All right. Like no, like
the competent thing.
can I not do that? Suppose I don't do it.
Every time, like I'm not doing that. Yeah.
Not for love or money. Not for love nor money. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm not gonna do, sir. Like.
I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like
That's funny, man. I don't know.
a cultural thing.
Yeah.
A cultural thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like your mouth are used to that. Like,
Yeah, you gotta go towards something where you're used to more, like where, yeah.
all the years you've been living, you never had to do that. Like,
Nope.
no one does that where you live. Like nobody doesn't do that. Like
Wasn't it Junior Reed though? Was it not Junior Reed?
no, Beanie Man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a content.
I think Junior Reed did it too with Game.
I've got you with the games.
Yeah, and he definitely said Contam. Definitely said Contam. So
He did it too with the games, so it's very possible.
this is a fact. The Beanie one is news to me. The Junior Reed one is yeah. So so this is not even a fluke. It's not Beanie Man is ignorant. It's not that. Sure, you'll get used to it, but we're talking about people who are based in Jamaica. Like that's what we're talking about. Who are not used to certain things. And then boom, you get a flight. People want you to do a work, and the thing is trust on you. So you yeah. Or worse, you didn't even go there. Them send it to you, and your dad Jamaica do it. It even worse.
Yeah. Right.
It even worse. I mean, I know which one of them.
The man they even tell you, they just write it. Like.
Yeah, and you did, and you say what you say. Yeah. Man, to you, man.
Contam.
No, place no name Cantam. The place of California there. Where the rappers them there. They no Cantam the man The Cantam the man they come from, the Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. What's wrong with you? Yeah. Man, them yarn.
But you know what I mean? But I saw the thing said like not everybody's gonna fix up their mouth the way everything is a cultural thing. So like
Yeah,
certain phrases like man, no one will play them like.
right. Yeah, no, oh, wow, it's so interesting that you say that. It's,
I mean, I bring it to the language, and that I think about in a cultural imprint, just like our language.
but there's rhythms, because it must start it like wild time,
Right.
So
right.
it might go say like cantam, like, yeah,
Right, there's cultural imprints, there's cultural
there's patterns, there's shapes,
right, patterns, like what you
And-
call it,
and-
like a stencil, I'm not looking for the word, but it's
template, like a template.
Right, there's
Mm.
cultural templates,
Mm-hmm.
there's cultural imprints that you fall into, like.
But I like the metaphor or the analogy of a stencil, in the sense of you look at it through your lens, so you're gonna put your thing on what you're seeing.
Right, that's why I say it's a stencil.
Right. I'm going with stencil too.
Everything you do is gonna fit into that, like so you saw certain things like that. That's gonna go even into rhythms.
No, it's a real thing, because rhythm is language again.
Yeah,
You understand
that's
me?
why
And-
you ever notice like Jamaica like walk a certain way.
yeah.
You see what I mean?
That's why we can know each other. We can. I always. It's funny you say that, because no matter what, me don't know. Me and a Jamaican always find with one another. We
Yeah.
always find, like, and them always know if say. We always know if say yes, sir. Like, we always know if we hear each other, and you never hear the person talk before that. You never see them before. But we always know each other. It's so weird. I don't know if if it's me doing it, or if it's them. Are there cultural,
It's a funny thing, man. They were never sure that happened to me in a Mexican town.
yeah.
But then,
But what's the word I'm looking for? Cultural, boy. Stick a pin, Mexican town.
it's not affinity. It's not affinity.
No, like, things when me I do for tip off people,
Right.
like cultural, there's a word I'm looking for, but things, maybe the way I dress, like you said, the way I walk,
Yeah,
maybe, which is weird. The way I wear my beard, maybe, like, because
Yeah.
I don't show my hair, and everybody call me Ross, everybody call me Fire, everybody, like,
Yeah.
no matter what, like, it's like me can't hide. I mean, I know if me I
It's
do
a
it,
carriage. It's a carriage. It's a carriage.
or if me I recognize them, or them I recognize me. If I'm overtly, like, if I'm being overtly Jamaican in some way, like,
It's the entire carriage. Like, it's the entire
I guess
carriage.
so, bro. Like,
It's a thing, man.
it's like me can't hide, bro. Like, I mean, easy.
And that was wild to me. Like, to run into a yard man in Mexican town. Wild to me. Like,
I'm good at watch you the whole time. I say watch this. Watch this. The man is a Jamaican, you know.
yeah, it's wild.
And you like, and maybe you pride yourself in thinking you're blending in or something like that. I don't know. But how dare you be able to identify me as a Jamaican right from appearance, bro? Like, not like that.
Wild. Yeah, the thing wild.
Or do I? I don't know. Maybe I like it a lot. Who knows?
That's how it is. Like, people are gonna look for you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody sees you, they're assessing information.
Can you imagine? Bright.
Yeah,
People brighty.
immediately.
But no, it's a real thing, bro. It's a real something.
Immediately. Just subtle things said.
Indicators, something like that. Cultural indicators. I don't know what. There's a word I'm looking for even better than that word, but like just little things, like maybe just like you said, like the way you pronounce things. It's just like I went shopping for a mattress for there, and the man in my deal with me a certain way, like when I first start talk to him, and I English me I try, not try, but I English me I chat still, and me I talk to him, and mid talk, him start chat to me in a Jamaican accent.
Yeah.
not necessarily patois.
Yeah.
And I see that happens to me a lot.
Yeah.
Because like when I'm speaking to someone, and even if I'm speaking English,
Yeah.
when I start speaking to them, maybe they're speaking like maybe in an I guess an American accent, a U.S. accent, I'm gonna say, and then when me I talk, them start chat like me.
Yeah.
Because and it's so interesting to me, and I find that so. I find that to be a very. I find it to be a positive thing in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because like I like to see that a person sees, because then maybe it's because in some way I'm being unabashedly Jamaican that makes them feel like, oh, I can be Jamaican too with this person. I can share culturally, I can identify with this person and speak to this person in our
Well, people tend to do that anyway. Like people tend to kind of identify with their quote unquote tribe, so to speak.
yes.
You know what I mean? Like anyone who notices a similar, you know what I mean? Like people tend to like to once I know, say like, yo, you're a such and such, and them are.
Oh, that.
Yo, but I'm sure you say, yo, them are that too. Like,
Right, but I like that. I like that, like
Yeah,
because
man,
it's like a connection. Like you understand me?
right,
It's
that
like
connection thing, yeah.
we have a lot of we have similar cultural experience, so we can identify with one another. But like
Yeah,
it's just interesting to me, like
yeah, that's a life that like
yeah.
that's humans like the more belong to them clan.
Mhm.
The more belong to
Especially when you're representing in a positive way.
right.
That's the
people
other
like that.
part. Nobody don't want to be Jamaican if you're being
Right.
less than. You see me? So
Yeah.
like so, but it was just interesting because the man didn't talk to me. So I mean, I never overtly did a chat no patois or nothing. You see me?
But Jamaican is scattered all over the world.
Yeah, but me like when you understand we can have a little jokes and we little you understand, and we are it's a nice thing. It's like we are talking on many levels. It's like we are talking English, but then we're also talking Jamaican English, and then there's
Yeah.
also spots of patois,
Yeah.
moments that we share in another language. Then you see, and we
It's a very interesting thing.
very much so. So it's like wow, like and
I think is like a new age waiting to happen. Like as far as like the whole Jamaica thing, like
yeah,
it's like a transition.
it's
like
definite. You know,
it's on their rise. Like,
we were talking we talk about this a lot, but I heard someone, I think it was one of the twin them, talking about something we had discussed before where man I say nobody he must say everybody are fine, everybody he said nobody don't want to be a Jamaican again, nobody don't want to act like a Jamaican again. You understand? And like and I've been seeing that trend in Jamaica, like with the youth them, like the youth them not really they make fun of certain things. You see me I say? Them no one, them more like the pronunciation of US. Like them more pronounce things like that. Even before, like there was a more English pronunciation to things.
Right.
Like
But that's the biggest influence.
yeah. No, I understand.
Actually closer.
Right, why it's happening, and they're underneath more U.S. influence. Like before,
Yeah.
England was the thing, and if you go anywhere, you go England. Like if you travel, you go England. You can't go England without a passport. All these things. Right. So there was a more cultural stronghold at that time. I know they're more cleaved to the U.S. for many things. So there's a reason, we understand the reason, but the fact is that that's happening, right? And then it goes so boom now. and it's interesting to me. Like they make fun of Jamaican things. No, like even like you like they said fix like me. I listen to them and like they was making fun of pronouncing the H's in front of vowels. Like, and to me that's a very quaint and very dear thing. That
Right.
like and I do it at times because I'm used to hearing certain words like that, and I I like it, and there's a reason for it, right? And so and also there's an actual what do you call it? There's a history to it. Like there's people in England that there's certain region in England that still talk like that. What you said?
So, no, right.
Oh, you had cut off. That's what you said, right? Like,
American English do too.
okay. What you said?
There's words that they do within American English as well.
For example.
I would think of one. Like there are, though I know that I would have to. It would be hard to think of it.
No, I was curious because I'm not familiar, but like.
But there are words where they like there's an H and it's not pronounced. It's more common with the TH. Where there's words where they don't say this or this, they just say a straight T.
Right.
H.
Right.
That's more common.
Right.
I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to think of
Of a hard H, that doesn't exist in front of a but like what the thing I was referring to is that like even like it was just some podcast or something I used to listen to, and there was a correspondent from England, but a specific area in England, not necessarily London. You see me?
Right.
And you know, like it was a boxing podcast, and I be a thing him on HBO, and like him do like how we talk, like how some Jamaicans say heist and happle and all them something there.
Yeah.
I saw them talk.
Yeah.
So and not just out of the blue because broken English and all them fuckery there. Like people have to understand that there's a reason why.
Yeah, they're not doing it because they're stupid.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
no.
That is how those people learned English, from people that spoke English like that. It is not broken English. It is not ignorancy or stupidity.
Exactly. Which is like how they like to think.
Exactly.
And what's amazing to me is that these attitudes are still very, very much alive.
But that's the reason why I'm still a lick out again. Like, I'm still like, you understand? Like, it's really annoying to me. It's very annoying to me.
Make sure you say it's still very, very much alive. Like, it's still very popular. Probably the majority. Probably the prevalent of the.
You're saying in Jamaica you're talking about?
In Jamaica.
Okay, yeah. That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, majority of Jamaicans still probably, like, unconscious, subconscious.
And that's why when I saw them making fun of the H, the hard H in front of
it's heartbreaking.
of as Jamaicans, and I'm like, oh, you guys think that like you're being upper crust now, or you're being
it's heartbreaking because them feel said like, I'm sure as I say like them subconsciously, most of them still think like, yo man, talk bad like.
Yes. And like if we could just stop these things, these ignorant things, we could like get into the first world. Like stop pronouncing the hard H, stop doing some of these Jamaican things that's holding us back, and like so we can get into the modernity of where everyone else is. But that's not.
This goes back into language. This goes back into language. Like I say that the biggest. I might be accurate, I might not be accurate, but I say biggest, I can't say biggest, but one of the biggest tools of enslavement is language.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, it, I did more like, even as I bring up the language thing, like, like all this time with me, but never link the eye and even talk to the eye.
Mm.
I've seen so many, and it's something I'm just cataloging on brain because that's something I'm research, but
Mm.
I just seen so much vulgar and just lawless, vulgar usage of the term black, especially because it's Kamala Harris thing.
Right. Oh
And
goodness.
these little things were going like.
Oh goodness. Don't even. I can't even get into that.
So much just vulgar use of this
Yep.
term
Yep.
black.
This is where the shit hits the fan. Like this thing I gotta show you. Said this thing weak. Like it doesn't tell you anything, and this is gonna very much so highlight the uselessness, the vapid uselessness of this word. Like this word no mean. You have to go talk again. Let me hear what you said.
Yo.
Me have a picture. I go and say, damn it. Me have a picture of Kamala Harris and our grandma in Jamaica.
See,
Seen? I feel like I want to send it to you. I'm going to send it. Right? And, like, what? Me no need to know nothing else. Me no need to know.
The mother must say she's not black.
But this is alright. I'm going to send you this picture. Like, what exactly are you saying? Like, I don't understand what you're like. What? She isn't black. But what are you saying? What are you saying? These people are niggas, bro. Like, these people are niggas. Are you not understand? So disgusting.
That they must say no. She's not black.
Okay.
But this black thing, yeah, it just reach a level. Wow,
You see it?
wow. That's like, well, you hear what I'm saying? Like a picture is worth 1,000 words.
I mean, if he said nothing.
You hear what I'm saying? A picture is worth 1,000 words.
You know who sent me that?
I'm saying that.
My father.
Mad thing.
My father that Jamaica. My father 72. My father say, yo, I'm going to send him. Me and him a talk. While we are talk, him have him iPhone and send me picture where people send him you understand? So I that's our thing there. No, the funny thing about that picture is that it's saying, you see where they say that our grandmother lived.
Brownstown.
Right. Now, the joke is I sent it to my daughter because she have a job because she love going like she want to cuss bad word, but she cannot cuss bad word, so she said Brownstown School.
Wow.
Because me always say Brownstown School if me don't want to cuss a big bad word, so-called bad word, what we call bad word in Jamaica. Right? But so she always say, yo, John no to Brownstown School or something, whatever to Brownstown School. She always say that. So now she hear about Kamala Harris and everything and then say, yo, you know, Sarah, like she are just like you understand me? Like you understand? Like she born underneath Obama, you understand? So she only know Obama and Trump.
Yeah.
So now next somebody with them love call black or some people don't want to call, whatever they want to call, a Jamaican is nominated for the vice presidency, regardless of what you want to say, whether you disagree, you like, you dislike, that is beside the point. I mean, I show my dad say, yo, you see, come on, and I say, you want to see our grandma? I'm sure I say, yo, where our grandma live? She said, yo, Brownstone. So we had a great laugh because she always said Brownstone School. You understand me? So I'm gonna tell my father about that. When him send me that, him laugh. Because we always talk about that there's no, like what we are called bad word is not bad word, it's just culture in Jamaica and so on and so forth. But as Mr. M say, yes, and part of our culture is designating those words as bad. You understand? That's what we call bad word. In other words, it's inappropriate to say these things in these settings, and every society has it. Every society has it.
That's That's a powerful picture, though.
Don't it?
No, but the mother must have.
Don't it? She look like Yasmin them.
Yo, that's crazy that you said that. I was gonna say she looked like Yasmin.
She look just like Yasmin to me.
That's crazy.
So
that you
Yasmin
said that.
is
I was
not-
about to say, yo, she looks like Yasmin.
Yasmin is not
Exactly what I'm
black.
saying.
But I never saw Yasmin as black. I saw Yasmin as Yasmin. Like I'm not black
But,
either.
like,
Which black? Like how much black? Which black this man? We not talk about man. Let me not wanna know which one this. Sure I know man. You know if it's smart not man. You know if you find some vocabulary.
But as I show you where it reached to, and that it reached to, Manama says she's not black. That's what they with now. That's
But you
where
see-
they are.
But you see how them stay, you see how them things set. Then I mean tell you already from long time some man start fight against every hip hop and I saw you say every hip hop man a Caribbean and every hip hop man is not black or adios or adios or whatever they want.
That them are going with now. Like that's what's really driving.
Cause they must say yeah because the thing destructive because I know them make it and we make it why it destructive to them. You see me I say?
That's what's driving this thing now, like, because she's not adios, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Driving it because she's not them. And it gone past that to she's not black.
Yeah.
It's very sick. It's very sick. Very sick. But I got them gone with. I got them gone with.
Them really start making me look panic man because me no know you know. Me no know. You know?
I feel upon it because I got them on.
A long time I look panic but them really I get vulgar with it. That me start
Them
really
get very, very uppity with it.
because in a real life like but for a long time, you know said
Yeah, I feel upon it because
me
now
and a
I'm
Huno. We and a Huno and me never wrap up that way there and mistake myself and decide to tell myself that me and them are the same thing because it's two different history, two different background, bro. Like
But what I must say is, like, people are come get where them fight for.
where them work for, yeah, but that's the reason why. Because again, that's the reason why I always talk about hip hop in the sense that whenever they want to say that they are the greatest, the adios or the black American or whatever the fuck them say them is, them say hip hop make them the greatest thing because hip hop around the world, right? That's the thing where them use. Where else them use? Where else I show say them are anybody?
Right.
Where them say, like we run the world, like you know, see the hip hop culture and hip hop culture and hip hop culture. That's why them feel great, like yeah, the biggest stars are Beyonce and Jay-Z and hip hop culture around the world. Alright. And that's our thing. Then we go hear our next set of them say, hip hop I mash them up because it talk about sex and all these things. And the reason why it a mash them up is because of we make it.
Alright, no. You can't mention that, but everything they must say.
But me want to know, but me I want to know, say, me want to know, how can you have it both ways? You cannot say the reason why you're the greatest is because of hip hop. And we are contribute globally and you have make the most money globally and that run America and everything run by hip hop. And then you can fight man and say them are no, we are no you know or you know or no we or whatever. Like anyone who's ever done anything, you cannot have Malcolm X because Malcolm X is a Caribbean, them a Grenadian.
Some of them don't even know that. Like, okay, so, like...
But is Malcolm X the greatest? Marcus Garvey is the greatest. He's Jamaican. Malcolm X is the greatest.
Some of them already, this is Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X.
Oh, finally. Okay, finally it reached to
Yo,
that.
man, tell you, said them gone far with this thing.
Who else is the greatest? Louis Farrakhan is the greatest. Louis Farrakhan is Trinidadian.
Stokely Carmichael.
Trinidadian?
The man who started the whole Black Power thing. Like, the man who literally...
He literally came out of jail and said Black Power. Literally. Like the first time you ever heard that was when Stokely Carmichael came out of jail.
Yeah. Now, is that Caribbeans like think they're not black, boy. Like
We think we're not black.
it's crazy.
We think that.
It's crazy. Like what they're going on with right now.
I think you're wrong. I know I'm not black. And I know you're not black either.
Insane and vulgar. Very insane and vulgar what's happening. It's like Halo's thing.
He said, I was watching Hebrew Israelites yesterday, and they was interrogating, and you mashing them up, and then they said like you're a Hebrew Israelite, but wait a minute, wait, if your father is your father a Negro? I was like, whoa,
Negro.
what the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
So it's either you're a Hebrew or you're a Negro. Which one is it?
Yeah.
Because you're telling me that you're a Hebrew. And Ray and them and this and them a fight you and them do this to you and them put you in slavery and everything. How are you holding so tight to this word? Like how is this your scientific clinical?
It's amazing, isn't it? Amazing, isn't it?
You're going all around the world. You spend your own money if you go around the world to every ghetto to tell you so them are Hebrew. And you're still a hold on this Negro thing. How the Negro thing come in, bro?
Yeah. It's incredible, isn't it?
Yo, it literally has no credit, like, to it. Like, when did this Negro thing come in? Don't you historically, you guys are supposed to be well read, like.
And they're holding on to it. Like, you think it's a game? Like, they're officially Negroes. Like,
Yeah.
this is a
Yo.
game?
Yo, you want me to get autographs by you? Like, I want to, man.
Yo, you think this thing is like them man, they are Negro, they're not
Yo,
playing with it. Like,
yo,
man, them are Negro, like,
yo.
yo.
Yo, do you hear how this?
Yo, like, I wish I was joking.
I wish I was joking. That's one of the funny things I've ever heard in my life. I wish I was joking. It's hilarious.
I
Like,
wish I was kidding. You know what I mean? As I said, kidding, as I said. You know what I mean? But
Yo.
the man fear us in their identity as Negroes.
the man I break it down. The man I break it down. The man I show you say, yo, right now, Ibr Ibr, and there's a next Eber and Ibr, right? Eber, and that's anglicized. And then the man would say, yeah, man, that's the Igbo. And say, no, that's another tribe. I'm like, whoa! Like, are you serious? Like, you don't see the similarity between Iber and Igbo. And Igbo is anglicized in the sense of that's what they got from what they were hearing.
Right.
And there's several instances where they're not getting phonetically what the man them are said.
How could you be saying you're talking Hebrew and everything, but you're going with the word Negro
Exactly.
as your identity?
Exactly.
Like, how would you not look up how far back that word goes?
Right, and then be able to like totally get rid of like that as a big feature in your.
That's really strange. That's really strange.
It's a weird thing, bro. It's a weird
That's
thing.
really strange. Like Negro, like
And
y'all
only and they bend themselves backward because a man did tell them say we're not Africans. So now you gotta bend yourself backwards to like to say that you're from a place in Africa, but you're not African, like
right, you're Negroes.
like which what?
Like, dude, like
Because this whole Puerto Rico is Issachar and Mexico is you understand what I'm saying, like to keep that intact. Nobody in Africa can be, do you understand me? like a Hebrew, so they got to be other things. So like even when the thing makes sense, you got to say no because like, but then you look stupid. Then even the things that you're right with, it becomes a way. You see what I'm saying?
There's too much doctrine.
Yeah, yeah.
There's too much doctrine. Like, this is too much doctrine.
And there can be doctrinal things, but it has to be based on solid ground.
It's like, it's too much doctrine. It's too much like, okay, well, this is what you are.
Right.
You're Negroes.
Yeah. Yelling your Negroes is funny because somehow it seems you're trying to like.
You're Negroes. Got it?
Very good. Hey, what are you guys? Negroes. Like what? Like.
Hey, like rising on the board. Negroes.
Like this.
What's the stick?
It's oh man, it's just weird to me, like, because to see that, like, the intelligence and then just this one thing that's stopping you, like, it's just like weird. It's like an elephant in the room thing, but like you're ignoring it at all costs because you're trying to stay true to this initial
Doctrine.
right.
So guys, the stock answer, you're Hebrews
Mhm.
or Negroes.
Got it? Got it, guys? Like, use it like.
And then the man just stick to the script, man. That's it.
Like, and that's cool and all that. It's just, man,
You gotta be able to explain what you are, like, outside of one or two words. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, you could have a name identity, like, yes, like, but your identity's kind of relative.
right.
Like, your identity's kind of relative. Like, you should be able to explain your identity from different angles.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? You can't just be like, I'm like one word or the other. Like, you can't just, I'm black. Like, I'm American. Like,
That's desperate ignorance, like cleaving to desperate ignorance. Like it's like
you can't just be like just a word that you utter. Like your identity has to be able to relate to different sides. Like it has to be relative to other identities and you know what I mean? Like it can't just be a word that you blurt out. Like it
right.
has to be something like what is Negroes? Like let's get to that. Like what is Negroes?
Right.
Like we should be able to break that down.
Like what exactly? Like how did you arrive at that moniker?
Right. Like it can't just be like a grunt.
Right.
Just a word that you say like
right.
grunt. Like you know what I mean? Like it has to mean something. Like it has to be coming from something or somewhere.
Is it like American? What is it? American descendants of
What does that mean?
of slavery? Now look. That's like saying what are you? What are you?
I'm black.
I'm people who were left-handed that walk on Fifth Street and what are you describing? Like you can't. That can't be a category.
That can't be your identity. Like that can't be your identity. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think about this a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
and then there's okay. If we're even doing that, which American descendants of slavery? Which ones? The native ones. There was a native so-called American slavery, and that was the first one. As a matter of fact, they took someone, a native of here, to Europe and to Africa before so-called Africans came to this hemisphere. Did you know that? Like so which ones are you talking about? The indigenous people that were enslaved here? Because if it's that, it's a different trajectory than a person that was kidnapped from Africa and brought here. Yes.
Well, some of them say they are.
Right. That's cool. Right. That's cool. But there's an admixture that you have to deal with.
It's just
But this right, but there's a nuance there. There's a sophisticated nuance in that. There's an admixture that is historically documented of so-called Africans and so-called indigenous American population that were both enslaved in the same slavery or whatever, and
Look, man,
and
you're
they
going way past any like remote thought that these people have. Like you're going way past that.
I mean,
Money, think about that.
it was even in the 19 I want to say 1912 or 1919 Smithsonian magazine, like they were discussing it. I want to pull that article like one of these days and send it to you, like just for, you know what I mean, just for your, you know, because it was a very deep article way back in the 20th century. You dig what I'm saying? Like in the beginning of the 20th century, where they're saying like basically these two populations like became one. So like this is so-called white people, European recent descendants of Europe, writing about what they're seeing happen based on their system of chattel slavery in the Americas, and they were writing about this. Like this is not to big up nobody. This is just something that they were observing at that time. You see?
Yeah,
So
but you're going way past anything that these people are even prepared to talk about.
oh boy, that's disappointing. That's disappointing because there's so much there.
Nah, they just want a check cut.
A check cut. What is the check cut?
They want a check cut.
But
to
money
them.
is not going to solve the problem.
That's what I'm just telling you what they want.
Don't blame me, man. Don't kill the messenger, man. Like, look, I'm just telling you what they're doing, man.
I'm just telling you what these guys want.
Yeah. It's just they're being weirdos, bro. Like you're being a weirdo.
They want a check.
A check. A
And
check.
their main strategy is to fight, is to launch a war against quote unquote black immigrants.
What is that? There's no such thing as that.
I mean, that's their main.
Because nobody's black but them. So
They're tired of being disrespected by blacks who are not American.
right.
You know what I mean?
Like-
And they're tired of them like coming here, stealing all the stuff that was meant for them,
Like Malcolm X.
like riding off their coattails and like all the legislation and stuff.
Like Dirty Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Like dirty where the brother name? What the brother name? With them the street theme all them there. Powell man.
Adam Clayton Powell.
Yeah. Adam Clayton Powell is Puerto Rican, don't it?
I don't know that.
Don't it Puerto Rican? Okay. Me don't know. All right, but me, you know who's Puerto Rican? The man we do what's the learning center uptown? Schaumburg. The man they're Puerto Rican. Don't bother go Schaumburg, Bumble. Don't big up Arthur Schaumburg. Don't big up anybody. Anybody.
Pussy don't go Tuskegee. Pussy like don't go Tuskegee because Booker T. Washington was quote unquote biracial. Like don't go Tuskegee. Like since you man on the block again, quote unquote. Like,
Right.
man on so-called black. Like cancel Booker T. Washington then.
Yeah.
Cancel him too. Like cancel him too. Don't just cancel Kamala Harris.
Right.
Like for not being quote unquote black. Like cancel them too. Like what kind of arguments not come with? Like, it's really crazy.
Every movement, everything is underneath Marcus Garvey. So you can disband everything now.
Some of them are trying.
Do it! Do it! Do it!
Some of them are saying Marcus Garvey was an agent
He
who
was.
come from Marshall Black America.
He was. He was. So do it. Keep on doing it. Keep on unraveling. Keep on unraveling the thing until you see that you don't have nothing leave.
It's crazy.
There would be no Harlem without Caribbean people. None. None.
You know what? Them things, them people that get dumbed down, and then like them up, the lady, the Yvette Carnell, like, shit, they make her go up on CNN at night.
Wow.
They make her go up on CNN.
Wow.
Special. The brother named Kamal Bell or something like that.
Oh, come out, but the big old ugly fat black boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me hate him, you see?
Him do a little special, on CNN when they talk to her. You never watch it, see, like a clip.
Him a idiot. Him a damn idiot. The first show when I see him up on CNN, he went over around America. Figure push up in black self on people. Right? Like, and get rid, like, all them doing is exploiting the fact that this place is a racist place. He might go be a redneck place, go but him a chat to people. Go sit down here sour nasty germs yourself, boy.
Ooh, this is the type of shit they do. This is the type of shit they do.
Like, me hate them fool ya. Like, what you are do? Where you are going down in a Mississippi and America and all them place there? Go do for? Where you down there do?
Listen to the special them do one time on CNN. What does it mean to be black in America?
It mean your mama don't remember.
This is the kind of things they're doing.
What does that mean? What are you even talking about?
Like, these are the kind of things that they do.
Who are you, like, what are you talking about?
You know what I mean? These are the kind of things they do. And I say, oh, them under the people. You know, see what them are doing.
It's the same thing when we get in a problem with Mr. Holmes in a tech when him say when we in a class and I try to learn architecture and the man come about when we were in caves. And I say, who is we? We who? I say, what do you mean when we were in cave? Who we are, you know how much, hey, different people in here, you know. So I want to know who you are talking about, who you are, who name we. I said, when you were in cave, me feel the class. Don't even bring that to me. Don't want to hear nothing about Nick Cannon. You can't deal with those things like. Yeah, man. But what you? But because he's a man where would know something different than me. I don't know where you are gonna bring up. Some Jew thing. Oh.
And the old man did Savage and Tyler
Savage. That's my best. That's my favorite thing. They were savages. When they lived in the Caucasus Mountains, they were savages.
But yeah, you could talk something like that.
Yeah, something going, yeah.
Take him off our shoes.
No, but me did hear say a Jew thing, like something about Jew and man never wasn't the original Jew and some foolishness and then them sit and then every convert, every white Jew like sitting down before a rabbi, them sitting down before a white rabbi. If you make him know say Ray or whatever. Me never watch none of it. Me just hear say and me see the thumbnail them. And me see when him did a chat, and then me see when them sit him down before the man. Him carry him guy man foot, go and sit him down. To make him know say about 5,000 years at this time, Ray, fuckery and lie where them always a tell. You understand? The same thing like where two locks I say, like, and two Abraham was a girl clown, him run the girl, and he gonna Palestine with Ishmael, and from that day, that is where you see the conflict with them have over this, you know, and that from that day, and that's how it start. You fucking simpleton. You're an
It was,
you're an idiot.
but you know what? That brings me back to Malta.
I was every minute me I try remember if to ask you what you was going to say about Malta. So yeah, we're back to Malta now.
Malta. I don't know. I just been like checking this new channel. Like I post some videos ahead and checking them, and it's like
Mm.
I'm like, yo, like.
Did you see Sumfest? Did you watch Sumfest?
No, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. It was very good. It was very good, by the way.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
It was exceptional, by the way. But anyway,
I've actually heard that.
I actually need them to do it that way every time. Like even when you can get crowd back, me no want back no crowd. Me want it like that because you go. That's how you see you hear what the musician them rehearse. Like it. But anyway, continue. Move to sorry.
But, yeah, do it.
Reason why me ask you that because he started he said some stuff in the beginning of the Sumfest thing.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, so and I didn't care for it. It wasn't much. I can't remember anything. He was saying some just generic stuff like it wasn't really much. You understand? I more like what Sizzler was saying, but that's a different story. But Malta,
I didn't see him. I didn't see that.
it's worth checking out because it was a very good show, very good production, very good, bro. Like I loved the lineup. I liked how everyone. I really liked it. Like I don't know what to say. Like how to express how much I liked it in the sense that I wasn't expecting. I didn't come with any big, high expectations. Then let's do that. I came to see what they would do, what they were up to.
Interesting.
And I was very impressed, and I am, and I do not, I'm not a big fan of Joe Bogdanovich or whatever I want decide say one name, and just the fact that a big white man in Jamaica I run things like me not understand it, like, and I just watched it, like the beginning half hour of Harder They Come Again, amazing movie, and it just remind me of the Harder They Come Again when the man them come check Mr. Hilton, and he said, yo, we are waiting for you, you know, Mr. Hilton. Mr. Hilton I drive a drop top Benz, you know, and I drive out our compound, and some sweaty black man I wait for him as a brown man, you see me? And
Yeah.
I said, yo, we are waiting for you since 11 o'clock, you know, Mr. Hilton, and Mr. Hilton said, we have a song for me, man, and he said, sing a song, I make my daughter watch this thing. And the man, I mean, like, Brylinson, bro, I have to sing song for your brown man, bro, like, yo, the thing didn't know, the thing never nice, bro. And, like, if you ever see the man them face when them say, yo, sing the song when me hear them say, yeah, no, like, really, Mr. Hilton, like, sing the song in Brylinson, like, right now. And then the fact that then they have to arrange themselves and sing, like, this 5-part harmony with guitar and everything for Mr. Hilton and I son that the morning there was telling me a lot about the society in Jamaica, and so much things I got from that. And it's the said thing what happening in Jamaica same way this said white man with darkers are run the music industry in Jamaica again. Sorry, but that's the Sumfest thing. Yeah. And even though I may disagree with that, me still feel like the show was one of the greatest Sumfest we ever see. With that background. Malta.
Crazy. But yeah, it's like the argument that when I make, like, it's, because as you said, at time I'm kind of gracefully
Forward.
It sound kind of disjointed, like,
Yeah.
I'm like a ramble.
Yeah, he is.
Like him dead and him just a talk, and just a ramble, like him just start saying anything will come to him.
Just things when I mind and just start saying.
And that's not good, like it's not good.
Me not tell a lie. One time, Muta did a chat sense, you know.
Yeah.
Me not go just paint a picture like say a beer food in that chat from morning, you know.
Right, no, that time when we saw a structure, we used to listen to them show that they were good, but now it's like in my ramble, like
I'm all over the place.
argument them is just outdated. Like,
Yeah.
me not say some good things sometimes. Me not say that.
Yo, if you say 5 things and one of them good, me can't use you, bro.
Who gave you the Bible and them things that like it's just too crude now. Like,
Answer that. Answer that. What is the answer?
and them give you the Bible.
Them.
And them give you Christianity.
Them.
And then them come and them take you and them kill and
Them come and them take you and them key and them all you pull you and toss you. A bare things them a do you.
like,
Yo.
I have to move from them things,
Yo. Oh, oh, can you say His Majesty and then come say them give you this and them give you that?
It's crazy.
What is wrong with you?
And Christianity. And because now we have Christianity. And you have like
Yo, them man are just them two in a Jamaica, you know. Them two, like, when them a say Christianity and Christian, and them are Christian and Christian. Me don't know if you know about it, like, oh, Jamaica, and Christian, and, you understand? Like, you know, me know, you understand, like, them a talk about them people there in a Jamaica where go church and, like, for them culture and that so-called Christian culture in a Jamaica there. And so them just use that word Christian and then just use it for everything.
they have it for like, they have one particular idea.
Right, and
them hidden it under that banner. Like,
right, and this whole the dichotomy of Rastafari, Rasta and Christian, like and it's supposed to be like this opposing, like this polar opposite situation. You understand me?
the Mama Paul's idea.
So from you say Rasta, you can't say Christian. From you say Christian, you can't say, like, you understand? Like, it's like this weird,
It's a Paul's idea.
yeah.
It's a Paul's narrative for myself.
Like, if you want to fight against Christian, you have to say Rasta. If you want to fight against Rasta, you have to say Christian.
Yeah,
And it's like, what the F are you talking about? Like you're being absolutely ridiculous.
we just stop at the arguments.
Like, Rasta has been reduced to a hairstyle
And then
in Jamaica.
yeah, for sure. Jamaicans don't know the difference. Jamaicans don't know anything about Rastafari.
At all. No, seriously. I'm telling you from something what we know about. Like, it's something what we know.
Jamaicans don't know nothing about Rastafari.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
So long as you know.
He know. Jamaican know the least out of anybody.
About if you comb the world, you're gonna find out that Jamaica know the least.
Sounds funny, right?
No, it sounds funny, but no, me I tell you the truth, like, it's something where like, it's a thing where me can't even understand. Also, man, we're supposed to know, then go on like, then I know again, then just follow the way out, how it's still know.
And I know it. No. You know what I mean?
That's one reason why me have to rate Sizzler, you know. Me have to rate Sizzler because him still I carry some of the something them where me know about. Anyway.
I tell you, like, they're not going. No.
No, it's very disgusting.
And
Like,
I'm gonna push some. Like, I'm gonna push some. Oh yeah, and also again, reiterate that Black History Month. Like, because Damian Crawford said, like, Black History Month is not relevant. It's not relevant to Jamaica,
it isn't.
and it vexed. Multi-vex.
He's such a sick person.
You know what I mean?
Them take some these things, they really internalize some of these things, like these constructs. Like,
Black History Month, my dude, in Jamaica.
do you remember? I bet you don't know nothing about Black History Week. I remember Black History Week. Do you remember Black History Week?
You know, remember, but I researched it, hear about it,
I remember Black History Week.
research it. That's what it was before.
Do you understand? I remember going to school and
That's crazy.
and knowing when Black History Week came.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That should make you know that this is nothing to pay attention to.
That's crazy. Nah, the man, it's a really big thing. It's a really big thing. Watch when it come around.
Matter of fact, Black History Month sounds funny to me. Because I remember the first thing I ever know is Black History Week.
Crazy.
Alright.
That's crazy.
If you get some of my elementary school book them, you must can find like
That's wild.
thing right tonight. Black History Week.
That's wild.
Alright. So it means
Wow.
I've never seen it as anything.
You know, but I don't think that like you might look funny, you might invent because Damien Crawford said in a relevant to Jamaica. Both I never liked that. I mean, never liked it. So I'm like, what kind of thinking is that? Like, when you think to Jamaica need Black History Month? And that's another thing that's killing me with the black thing. Like every time
Yeah.
you sing it was sounding so vulgar, like
Yep.
so yeah, but the black people, I mean black. And I'm like,
It's so ignorant. It's so
man, in a second, man. And then like
it's such a
I think
vapid
about
term.
Kamala Harris, I think about Kamala Harris and I said, yeah, but that is, she's not black, or something like that.
Don't you see how it's not useful? Because people could pull this thing. So you got to have something else to be able to speak about these people. There's got to be another word that you could use or other terms that you could use
Is there a couple there?
to refer to these people. You understand? And that is why, as Rastafari, we're supposed to cleave to the Bible. It's because it gives us a lot of tools to be able to do these things, and a lot of prophecy to be able to be able to identify what's happening to us. Like in the sense of like, let's say for instance, like when the Bible refers to a byword, like these people will be known as a byword. That's a perfect tool. Even if you don't believe that you are a biblical Hebrew, which is fine, that gives you an understanding of what a byword is, and then you'll be able to, like, you should be able to understand that you're not black because that's a byword, so you would have to know what you actually are, be you Hebrew or otherwise.
Nah, there's so much against everything, but then I grow along with everything else.
Right.
It's the same thing like the Negro thing, like the same thing, and it's the same word.
It's ridiculous. Exactly.
It's
Right?
the same word.
Okay, here's a funny joke. Who give you the Bible? Right? Them give you the Bible. Them did this to you. Them haul you and pull you. Right?
If you're black,
Don't you know that the exact same people, like, that you're referring to actually gave you so-called black? Why do you love that thing so much? And you're misidentifying, they gave you the Bible. They weren't around to give nobody no goddamn Bible when Bible
you're
right.
so readily attached to that they gave you.
Exactly. But you love a lot of other things they gave you. And they didn't give you the thing that you're saying they gave you. But if you're so hypersensitive to rejecting what these people gave you, anyway, like it's ridiculous, and it's so easy to mash up this stupidness. Where I say, where you get this black thing from? Where you get this word from?
That's what I realized around this time when I checked it. The last thing we have is very, very, very entrenched, like very entrenched. Like, I mean, even sometimes you must have something ear oh ridiculous and so on. Like, you can tell, like, you must have something ridiculous and so on, and it's like, yeah, like African people like us.
Yeah. Because sometimes it sounds fuck up. Yeah.
Like, you know when, like, you know someone ear oh it's sound to them. Like,
It's like you hear it back to yourself. You are hearing it to yourself.
African, like,
Yeah. African it up liquor. Nice it up liquor.
African liquor, like, it's some kind of
You see?
Because whenever it's a black villain, like an African issue,
Yeah, Cause you're saying it as an expletive. Like it's not it's an actual derogatory word. It's literally a derogatory word. That's how it exists.
About certain thing, like when you go to that road, and then you black, and then every time you bus go, you go black me, and like, oh, it was a black thing,
Yeah.
black sites.
And oh you so black or ugly?
Yeah, like,
Like stuff like that. Yeah.
like, yo, like, you're not appreciating, like, what that's transitioning into the
Mhm.
mind. Like, you guys are not thinking this through, man. Like, this black thing on the love so much.
And then when you say black, you know emotionally, psychologically, and intellectually that word is a downer. And so when you're saying that, you're putting a spell on yourself. Like you're saying that I'm less than when you're saying that based on the nature of what it is. Like you don't have to you can't put a gun to your head and say, yeah, I'm gonna shoot the gun through my head, but I'm gonna do it in a good way. Like there's no
Exactly.
like there's no like when the bullet goes.
It's a mental chain to begin
Mhm.
with.
When you're doing that, like black, like when you're saying that, like you're emotionally and psychologically that it's not a term that is held in high regard in any respect by anyone. So you can't uplift like what bad man and can't go that evil in there.
Right.
Like it cannot be fixed up.
Right.
Like it cannot be
Can't
fixed up.
fix it up.
Like you cannot use like oh niggas. It's like niggas. Negoose.
Yeah. They're trying to put niggas as niggas. Like
No,
that's so sick.
The word is negoose. So it's nothing like that. So forget that.
Yeah, you can't fix it.
Forget that. It's not that.
Get the total in mind.
Get that out of get you know what I mean? Get that one out of your mind. Leave that alone. You understand?
Get that total in mind.
leave that the one there alone. Like that's not it. Negoose, bro. Like not like niggas.
Not no niggas. Not niggas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Niggas. No, I don't know what you're saying, you fucking ignorant. Like don't know anything about Afro-Shemitic languages.
You just want to say.
Yep.
You want to be so. You want to make the things in that you're
Mhm.
using so bad.
Yep.
You want to make the things that you're doing seem like historically legitimate. Like
Yep.
it's not the same word that they like.
It's called what do they call it again? You're trying to
It's not forcing.
Yep. What do you call it? Whatever. But yeah, like I see them doing this stupidness all the while. Like if you have any little like knowledge of language, you don't have to go down that road. You don't have to force it, bro. Like you don't have to do these kind of things. Like that's not it at all, bro. Negoose is not niggas. It's not. It's not. It's not. In no way, shape, or form. Like you don't know how to pronounce English words anyway. You understand me? So like niggas, that you're using an I sound where you is. So it just on an English level, you're not doing well. Just on an English level, you're not said the word good.
It's crazy.
You understand me?
Like, man, it's really like but this is the kind of stuff that this is what people are doing now. Like this is what people are doing. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like a meme culture. Like
Mm-hmm.
but now like it's not willing to really go deeper. Like they'll do that, but they won't. Like that's where it ends.
Mm.
That's where it ends. Like now I'm gonna look into the actual news or like You know what I mean? That's their whole interest, their entire interest in the goose is that it looks like niggas.
Right, to validate saying niggas.
That's their entire interest in the goose.
Yep,
That's it. That's where it ends.
yep,
You see what I deal with?
yep.
This is the mindset. This is the mindset. You know what I mean? Like that's where it starts and ends. They're not looking to say, oh, like, yo, I'm looking to this Wikipedia and royal lineage and like.
Right. And
Like,
that's when you're gonna know, say, you're gonna know what Christianity is and all these things, and then you're gonna say bombard and maybe, I don't know. But that's the more make you, that's the more exposure to those things if you look into that. Alright, you like niggas and all these things. And you go buck up on the goose. Then you don't go further, bro. Bro,
So-
gotta stop right there, so bro.
No, you stop trying to say your whole interest, your entire interest in the royal line lineage is, oh, that word looks like niggas.
Oh, I'm stopping here.
That's it. And you stop this and that's that. That's that. Done with, over with. You know what I mean?
Sad,
your,
bro,
your
that's
thought,
sad.
Your thought frame is, I like saying niggas. That's my purpose of researching.
And
That's, you know what I mean? That's where it ends. Like,
that's
So-
sad. That's sad. And again, I like saying niggas too, but anyway.
but that's as far as you know about the ghost.
Right, but that's
That's it.
but that's so like it's so empty, so vapid. It's just
That's it.
anyway.
And what was your interest? What was your interest for the knowing?
Right.
Simply because it sounded, it looks like you could say it's cute. You could switch it with niggas like it's cute. It's cute. You know what I mean? Like we usually say niggas, you could just throw that in there and it's, whoa, we see that.
See, that's why I say niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cute. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. You say niggas because of Nagoose?
And it's cute.
Okay.
Like, you mean king. You mean king. Like,
Yes, Nagoose means king.
that's the
Fool.
extent of it. It's like, I get to say niggas and be saying king, so it's real cool.
Yep.
Like, that's why it's used.
Don't gotta
Not
go.
through any interest of history or culture, none of that.
Don't gotta go no further than that.
Because in the next breath, like, somebody's gonna be talking about, like, yeah, king. It's like they're gonna be talking about, like how bad kings are, bad kings.
Right. And how bad His Majesty was.
Right. So you see what I'm saying? Like, so
Right after that.
Exactly. So it's like
Wow.
Very weird.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
You hurt me with that one because yeah, that one
So
hurt
it's-
because that's a
it's
fact.
Very ill thing. It's a very ill thing.
A guy gone right after that. A guy gone right to the ad hominems,
Saying
like
niggas as
right to the ad hominems
So,
against His Majesty.
Right into trying to mash down the goose.
Exactly.
Right into trying to mash down the goose.
The Nagoose and the guest. Nagoose and the guest. The king of kings.
Yeah.
Not just Nagoose.
Right after that. Right after that. Because any man right now, most man right now, who said about like conscious, like poor, quote unquote black, like
They are.
any man who I say right now, most likely is going to be fighting against His Majesty.
Yep. That's the cool thing to do.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the hip
yeah,
thing to do.
that, like militant, like guy, like is going to be fighting against His Majesty. They kind of pro-black militant.
It's
Like
fucking
conscious
ass,
guy.
bro. They don't get it.
Conscious pro-black guy. Any conscious pro-black militant guy, boy, is gonna be fighting against His Majesty like 90%. 90% of it.
90%. 90%. Holy majority.
90%.
90% is hilarious. I like that. I like that. 90%? That's funny.
It's like,
Mhm.
90%. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
it's,
No, it's very
you know,
ridiculous. Very
it's
ridiculous.
it's a very strange thing.
Like who else? Like who else? Like, cause I was seeing Royce the 5'9" on the YouTube look a while. I tell like him and supposedly Vlad or whatever, a big friend or whatever. But Vlad must have said something about Farrakhan,
Mm.
and so him just put out a post say, "Yo, watch out, man, your friend and everything." You understand?
Mm.
And we laugh and joke and everything, right?
Mm.
But me, you want to say something about Louis Farrakhan or whatever minister, that is the minister, me name want you, me name want you to talk him name. Me don't want to be friends with no any man when I like Louis Farrakhan. Me don't want to know that the man, me don't want to see him. So any, oh, you this,
Make sure.
the minister, me and you can't friend. Me no look no friend from no man like a yo. So if you don't apologize, it'll go really bitter, yeah? Otherwise, from that, me and you are good friend, you know. But any, oh, me hear say you don't apologize, and me hear say you tell yourself, say, yeah, this the minister, mad thing for your brother. Right? So, alright now. That's supposed to be, Royce the 5'9", I'm assuming, I don't know him background, nothing like that. That's supposed to be a black American then. That's what they would have tell me, say, right? Alright. Him rate Minister Farrakhan. Most people rate Minister Farrakhan. I was looking in the comment section. Man, I show you say, you're right now, everything what Minister Farrakhan said, me disagree with. But you see, if a man lose Minister Farrakhan, I worries, you know. So every man rate him, all man when I rate him. If you understand what me I say. Because that's a next icon, like a next male, like masculinity icon will take a stand and ray. So man are very delicate about them, hero them. Like you're good at it ain't good at agree with certain things because it feel cringy, it feel like you said things where they don't want to get involved in them because the society look like they don't want to hear them something there. But them have a sense that no, but right now, no, I'm still rated. They must have that sense that a rebellion that stance where might take. Like it's emotional stance, it's not so much intellectual thing where them are deal with. You see me answer? So what am I gonna say? Cause everybody say them rate Louis Farrakhan or whatever, or Minister Farrakhan. What am I gonna say? Him I don't know ADS now. So who not have? Who is the adios or whatever? Who are the big adios out there where everybody rate? Number one, know who them are rate, who them are look up to because them don't want
I'm
it.
not trying to find people, but them it's very tough because they're just running, they're gonna keep running into people.
Exactly.
They're gonna keep running into people, so like, try it, like, good luck. Good luck.
Yo, it's weird though. Like it's
Good luck.
like, is that what you're really doing?
But that's why, you know, it's an interesting time to shape up. Trust me, interesting time to shape up. So man have to make their moves and start
Yeah.
solidify their moves because interesting times are on the way.
It's here.
Anyway, you know, I'm pushing on still.
Yeah, the time gets.
Isn't
Yeah, the time
it?
gone.
Reach a certain way, but yeah, man, if thanks, isn't it?
No man, the thing, yeah man, I'm bright.
Continue again.
You know what thing going, you know. Man, and
There's
that's
still more things I've never really touched on.
well, you know, whole heap of things. But you know, again, to on the other side, we have to start looking to these things, you know, where we have a day, you know, like. But we are link up on the next level.
Yeah, man, I think probably most likely a month.
Aye.
Yeah, I'm really shit.
Yeah, well, that feel easy.
Oh,
Oh.
so,
So,